You are listening to another edition of Real Life and Real Rides, a presentation of Hully Gully, the ultimate toy and boat store in London. My name's Derek Cummings, and thank you for joining us today. Well, if you own a motorcycle, an ATV, a side-by-side, or a boat, it goes without saying that at some point you're going to be searching for some accessories or upgrades to your current machine. Well, you may also be looking for the proper gear to wear, like jackets, helmets, gloves, and more. And to shed some light on what's available, what are the big sellers and what's out there to look for? Adam from Gamma Powersports is joining me today. Adam, thanks for being here.
Hi, Derek. Hey, it's my pleasure. I think this is great. Here we are in a podcast studio in the boathouse in the back of Hully Gully. I think it's awesome, man. What a modern approach to reach the clientele. Really, it's great.
It certainly is a fun place to broadcast from, I have to tell you that. I never thought I'd be coming to work at a powersports dealership and sitting in what resembles a radio station.
Well, it's great. And, you know, for the listeners coming in today, you can tell Bike Week is in the air because, you know, as we make our way back here to the studio, I mean, you can't help but see how full the showroom is. It's beautiful. I mean, bikes, helmets, accessories, it's all looking topped up and ready to go for the season.
All right. Well, thank you for that. We really appreciate it. Tell me a little bit about Gamma. Who are they? What sort of things do they offer the power sports and marine enthusiasts? What are you all about?
Well, Gamma Powersports is out of Aurelia, Ontario, and much like Hully Gully, I think you guys have us beat. We've been in business for 54 years now. We offer a snowmobile catalog, an ATV catalog, a motorcycle catalog, and a small marine catalog as well. We distribute nationally. We service the whole country, just Canada, although we source products from around the world. We service Canada nationally, and you know, we've got a team of salespeople, we've got a team of purchasers that source the product, and then of course a warehouse staff that someone actually picks and packs the product and puts it on the truck at the end of the day.
All right, so technically you're a Canadian company.
Absolutely, yes.
But some of the products are going to come from outside, but it's all managed and done by Canadians.
That's right. Yes.
That's amazing.
Proudly so, yes.
Oh, very, very good. Starting with motorcycles, what are you seeing, Adam, as some of the most sought-after accessories and gear right now?
Well, of course, you know, we're approaching springtime. So helmets, gloves, boots, jackets, of course, riding jeans, and, you know, thing we see a lot. A lot of people are perhaps new riders gearing up for the courses that they might take to, you know, become licensed and get some education on how to navigate the roads. So, you know, a lot of new riders, we need all the gear, the boots, the gloves, the helmets, everything.
You just said riding jeans. I used to go out and just my normal, you know, jeans from Costco or whatever I'm wearing, or from Bootlegger or something like that. What are riding jeans?
Well, shoot, Derek, we used to go downhill skiing in our jeans, you know what I mean? But
once upon a time.
Well, riding jeans, I mean, several of the manufacturers, Joe Rocket, Speed and Strength, they'll make jeans which are Kevlar lined, certainly in the high abrasion areas like the seat, the hips, the knees.
Right.
And then, of course, you can put knee armor in those jeans, and for most cases, that knee armor is removable. And now, I mean, like so many advances in fashion and clothing, I mean, a lot of these jeans now incorporate four-way stretch. So, yes, they've got Kevlar and all the protection you could ask for, but they're also very comfortable.
Yeah,
to
and
ride.
they still look like a normal pair of jeans, right?
That's right. Yeah,
very, very, very cool. One of the slogans that they say is "Dress for the slide,
not the ride."
Not the ride.
No.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, dress for the slide. Not. Of course, you dress for the ride. I mean, you know, you got to be styling out there.
And let's hope we're not doing any sliding. But should you be unfortunate enough to lay a bike down and you need that protection, the last thing you want to do is ride out in the summer. Yeah, they get stinking hot out there, and sure, you want to cool off and you want to go out in your motorcycle and your shorts. Not a good idea.
Not a good idea. And I mean, perhaps even foolish, because nowadays, I mean, we've got mesh jackets, you know, mesh pants. We got everything available that will keep you cool in the summer, warm in the winter, and provide protection. So these modern jackets, they're actually better than just going out in a t-shirt. They give you some insulation from the sun and protection and freely flow air. So
That's good. Now, you mentioned off the top, bike riding season, right? It's bike show season as well. We've had a couple of big shows up in Toronto. I just got back from one the other weekend. What are you seeing as the trends start to change? What are riders asking for that might surprise you a little bit? Or is there anything that's coming up where you kind of go, geez, I haven't been asked for that stuff before. This is new.
Well, probably mostly in helmet technology and communication technology, for riders to communicate to one another, be it any number of the brand of helmet communicators. Those are always advancing and getting better and better all the time. Helmets, just helmet technology. You start to see helmets with built-in communicators. The audio quality on these communicators is getting better and better all the time. I mean, you can fully arrange a disco party inside your helmet going down the road.
Now, do you recommend the helmets that already have the communication stuff built in, or some of the external ones that you add to an existing helmet? Is there a better way to go?
Oh, I think whatever is best suiting for the customer. I mean, they ought to come in and talk to the helpful staff here at Hully Gully, and all those options are here. Myself, I use an external mounted communicator, and it works absolutely fine.
I remember years ago, I used to ride a big Harley Davidson. Sorry about that, folks, but yes, I did. I had the stereo system, cruise control. It had all the bells and whistles, came with room service. And it was nice to be out on the highway. You can tune in a radio station, and if you're riding by yourself, it sort of kept you company. I traded that motorcycle. My background was dirt bikes. And I bought an Africa Twin, awesome. A big adventure bike. Again, a beautiful bike, but completely different. And I did a long ride up to some family that live up in the Sudbury area. And I tell you, coming back on a 6-hour ride, without any tunes, it could be boring as heck. I mean, you got the nice scenery, you got the nice ride, but it's just nice to have something there. Well, and I bought one of those little communication headsets that worked with your cell phone, and I could tune in radio stations and listen to it right in the helmet.
Yeah,
so
awesome.
I didn't need the big stereo system on the motorcycle anymore.
No, and that certainly many are installing big stereo systems. At Gamma, we provide the Harman Kardon systems, and utilizing Kappa Perfect speakers and Infinity amps. And I mean, they're awesome, totally. But additionally, you can get JBL quality sound inside your helmet. So it's, not just you and yourself inside your helmet coming down from the north on your Africa Twin.
Me, myself, and I.
Yeah.
When it comes to riding gear, I know you've spent some time with Joe Rocket. What can you tell us about the brand, and what are some of the best-selling jackets right now?
Well, everyone should know that Hully Gully is, one of the original Joe Rocket showrooms in the country.
Oh,
so
stop.
we're always, for real. So we're always proud of that. Well, they're all Joe Rocket down in Windsor. I mean, they're always innovating and designing new technology, new fashion into their pieces. So we've got new for this year, new ballistic jacket, which has been tried and true in the lineup for decades.
Yeah, I remember that name from a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Phoenix jacket. We've got mesh, leather, waterproof, you name it. I think you're going to... I want to talk about one of the new pieces, the Diva jacket, but perhaps we'll. I think you're going to talk about the upcoming.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Women
in a few
on
minutes.
Wheels.
Yeah. Women on Wheels is coming up. We'll touch on that in just a few minutes. But that's going to be an amazing event as well.
Did you know we just come out of the Olympics? I mean, Joe Rocket provided the bobsled teams. They were all in Joe Rocket helmets. So they're always working down in Windsor, helmets, footwear, jeans, jackets, gloves.
And the neat thing with Joe Rocket, I understand, because I have one. I have a Honda Joe Rocket jacket at home. You can get certain brands on the Joe Rocket gear as well, right?
There's certain licensing deals. We'd have to check in and see what they have going now. But typically, they've always had licensing agreements with just about all the manufacturers, yes.
Yes, that's cool. So if you ride a specific brand, but you like the Joe Rocket gear, you might be able to get something that matches your bike and makes you look even better. Right?
Even cooler. Cooler.
Even cooler, if that's even possible. You're listening to Real Life and Real Rides. The real and real life is REEL, which pertains to fishing. We're going to get to some marine stuff here in just a sec. Accessories for ATVs, as side-by-sides, or if you're from Newfoundland, side-by-each.
Side-by-eaches.
Side-by-eaches. What does Gamma have there, and what trends are you seeing in the market there? Are people looking for different things this year?
Yeah, I mean, yes. The side-by-sides keep getting bigger, better all the time. We offer some unique things like the RotoCap, which is a UTV bed cover, which fits on the back of, say, a Honda Pioneer.
Okay.
And it, really expands the usage of that side-by-side because like a tonneau cover on your truck, you can secure goods inside of it, keep them out of the elements. And it's just a great place for storage to roll along, with you as you hit the trail.
I don't think I've seen one of those yet. They've
been through here. Yeah.
Is it available for other brands? I know we have them for the
just
Hondas.
About all the brands. Yes, yeah, we can outfit just about everyone.
All right.
That's RotoCap. I mean, we've got Inferno cab heaters, which you guys do install here and have worked hard to keep several customers warm and cozy this winter in their Pioneers.
And boy, we needed that, I tell you.
Yeah. We offer our house brand of Bronco ATV and side-by-side tires and accessories. So we can, stem to stern, we can outfit everyone.
Yeah, for the ATV riders that have a one-up machine and they want a good quality seat on the back to make sure that they're not losing their passenger.
That's right.
Bronco make a great
Bronco
product.
BR1 seat, yes.
Yep.
I mean, it's among the top-selling Bronco pieces in the country, yes.
All right, I mentioned REEL, Real, for the fishers out there and our marine listeners. What type of products does Gamma have for them? And anything standing out?
Yeah, well, we have a small marine catalog, but I can give you some personal experience. My daughter rides a Yamaha Superjet, and
that's the stand-up.
The stand-up, yeah. And Kevin here on the counter, we needed to get a new CDI, new ignition coil, and we wanted to put OE Yamaha parts back in.
Right.
But we had to wait a few weeks to get these parts. So in the meantime, we put in from the Gamma catalog the Waveworks brand of ignition coil and CDI, and we ran it every day for those few weeks, without any problems, without fail. So of course, Waveworks being an aftermarket brand, again, we prefer in our case to put the OE in, but it really, otherwise we wouldn't be riding if we couldn't have put those Waveworks parts in for a fraction of the cost, I might add.
Do you see more people going to an aftermarket rather than OEM?
Yes, it differs in every case. Always the aftermarket is typically less expensive, and in some cases you have to realize that the manufacturer. I mean, they built a great machine, but this particular component failed on it. So maybe we should investigate the aftermarket. Perhaps someone's made improvements on that component that failed. So
I think it's always best to check with your parts specialist.
Exactly,
whatever dealership that you shop at, it's not just all about Hully-Gully here. This is just information for our listeners. Hopefully everyone can get a little something from this conversation. But OEM, usually more expensive because it's the original equipment.
Yes.
The aftermarket stuff, do be careful because there are some cheap knockoffs out there. So speak to your parts specialist.
Derek, it brings us to the point. Maybe we got to talk about the man in the van. You know what I mean? And I might contradict myself here, but the man in the van being noontime Santa that carouses the subdivisions, delivering purchased online goods,
Yeah, you might want to avoid that van, by the way,
well,
for numerous reasons.
I might contradict myself because for this reason that, this Hully-Gully business, this family, I mean, this is more than a commitment, right? The whole staff, the family is here to service this lifestyle, this sport that we love.
Yes.
And too many times in the modern era, I mean, everyone's buying things online, but Gamma Powersports, for example, we offer the service of a drop ship service. Again, I remind you, our warehouse is in Aurelia, so if you're in Ontario, it's likely, if all goes well with the courier, you're going to get your product the very next day. So what I suggest is, instead of buying from the other guy's man in the van, call Kevin, call Bradley on the parts desk, okay? And maybe you can't get to Hully-Gully, but they're going to use Gamma Powersports to drop ship you your order tomorrow.
And you can actually order from right across the country, though.
Exactly. That's anywhere, right across the country. But I just mean, here's a business dedicated. We've got building and lights and heat and air conditioning and staff here dedicated to help people. So perhaps I get a bit testy, but we got to
use your local dealer.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Use your local dealer to take advantage of the knowledge.
Support your local bike shop
and the expertise that comes with that.
Yep.
Excellent. So we did talk very briefly. Women on Wheels is coming up on Thursday, March the 26th. There'll be another program coming up with more details on that specific event. It's for the ladies who ride motorcycles. And one of the things that we do here at the dealership is we put on a special night for them where they can come in and learn a lot of things. Now, you, Adam, are going to be there, right, with some of the gear that we talked about earlier. So what are you bringing?
Yes, I'm going to be there, and we're going to bring one thing, Women on Wheels event. You mentioned Joe Rocket earlier. Well, the girls down in Windsor, I mean, they've come up with a new Diva jacket, which we've seen the name Diva used in the past, but this...
Would Mariah Carey wear it?
Well, she absolutely would. She would. So the Diva jacket, they've revolutionized women's sizing yet again by designing a completely new pattern. Now, Angie and Alyssa down in Windsor, they've always done great with building purpose-specific product for women that fits and functions. But this Diva jacket is perhaps for, a fuller figure, and it's not just a resized pattern. It is a new pattern. So we're going to have the Diva jacket here for everyone to try on, and I'm telling you, this is going to be wildly successful just because this thing fits so well. It fits very well. We'll have that. We're going to have the Starstruck jacket here from Helgrade. We'll have the Bergen jacket, the Munro. So we'll have lots to see from Joe Rocket. Speed and Strength, Helgrade, Technic.
Wow. This is going to be an amazing event. And folks like Gamma who are helping to participate, and yourself, Adam, we thank you for that. It's just going to make this an amazing event. As mentioned, coming up later on, another broadcast, we'll be getting into more specifics about the Women on Wheels event, and we can let everybody know about that and also touch on some of these things that are coming.
Great.
So, Adam, I'm going to take a few minutes just to pick up all these names you dropped on the floor today.
Yeah.
But I do want to thank you for taking the time with us today. Hopefully listeners have a much better idea as to what to ask for when it comes to gear and accessories for their toys. So again, Adam, thank you so much for being here.
Hey, my pleasure. I mean, I love it here at Holly Gully. And of course, everyone visit the Holly Gully website. You can, earlier mentioned those parts we spoke about. You can look at our catalogs on GammaPowersports.com. And then seek assistance from Holly Gully or anywhere. All I got to say is support your local bike shop, please.
Absolutely. You've been listening to Real Life, Real Rides. It's a presentation of Holly Gully, the ultimate toy store and boat store here in London. And you can check us out at hollygully.com or on our YouTube channel and Instagram. Until next time, thank you so much for listening.
Thanks, everybody.